some of the issues that's going on in the skincare world. So because this is a live broadcast, I need y'all to get up in because I need some audience participation for this to go through. And speaking of going through, I got some videos and some clips and stuff that I want to show throughout this live. And I've never done that before. So I have my laptop here so I can see your comments, but I also have the clips here. So forgive me if this doesn't run as smoothly as it should, but we gonna get there. So let me go through the run of show. So today we're gonna be talking about some beauty news, some skincare news. There's an opportunity to get 50% off some top skincare products. So we're gonna go through that. We need to talk about some things that you need to know about retinol. That's going to be in the skincare news segment as well. Then from some videos that I've seen around the internet this week, there's a chemist that's guessing the prices of foundations. Like he's just trying it out and using his chemistry brain to figure out the price of the foundation. So we're going to look at that, not the whole video, but we'll look at it really quickly. Also, there's there might be some cap with no cap when it comes to some Korean skincare products. So there were some big claims being made on a couple of videos that I saw. So I actually bought the products. I tried them out. We're going to talk about that as well. And new in skincare, we're going to talk about a new Sunday Riley product, some products that I love. And let's get into it with the skincare news. So let me see. Good morning, Miss Mina. How you doing? How you doing? You guys, just come on in. Like I said, I need this to be interactive because otherwise it's a little strange. Me, just kind of, I mean, not unlike when I film videos, it's just me in the room talking to the camera, but see this how y'all actually watching this, y'all got me, right? Let's go. Okay, so it's skincare news. Ulta Beauty is having a sale, and each day it's different products, and you can get 50% off of some top skincare products. So here's where I go, sharing my screen. So let's fingers crossed. Okay, everybody popping in. Good morning, Tynesha. Good morning, Coco Rich. Good morning, Suburban Couture. Yatundi, Stephanie. Oh, okay, y'all came through. Now bear with me because your girl, she trying. So I want to pull up this, and I have all my stuff in order. Now let's hope. No, it's not in order. Oh man. All right, y'all. We gonna get it together. I don't know why it's not. Here it is. Okay. See, last night, because I was like, oh, I don't want to come up here looking foolish. You know what I'm saying? Last night, I was like, okay, y'all can see my screen. Let me make sure you can see me though. There we go. Okay, y'all can see my screen. All right. So let's take a look at this. We're gonna turn the volume on. Hopefully it works.
These skincare must-haves during the Love Your Skin event at Ulta Beauty. Which of these 50% off deals are you shopping?
All right, so let me get back here into the stream and we'll go back here so we can get the full thing here. So I wanted to, let me stop sharing for a second here and then bring you here. This is going to get better as I do this more often. Like the talking part is really easy, but the talking and showing stuff at the same time. So let me know as I'm showing you this screen, what you see that you might actually get from this Ulta sale. Now, I myself am kind of on level 10 pissed that I didn't see this before I bought. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on, but I bought this big dirty stinking bottle of Advanced Night Repair from Estee Lauder. And if you scroll down, which we're going to do, we're scrolling down to the screen here. You see that mess is right there at 50% off. However, it is the 0.67 ounce at $26.50. And I did the little calculations. I would have to buy 6 bottles of this. And it would be about $157. I paid $215 for this. So I ain't gonna take it back, and I'm not buying 6 bottles of it. But let's go through a couple of these deals. Let me see if you guys are saying anything. Okay, so Suburban Culture likes the body oil. Okay, we're gonna show that. Yo, this is kind of fun. Don't get me started. All right. So today is Sunday, January 9th, January 8th, rather, and this is what's on sale today. I've tried this KIEHLS hand salve. That's amazing. But anything else that's on here for today's sale, I have not tried before. I've tried Lancome Genifique, the serum, but not the eye cream. Tomorrow, Sunday Riley CEO, Strivectin, It Cosmetics. I think I've tried this. I can't remember. But you guys let me know. I'm going to kind of scroll through here. You let me know which deals, anything that kind of like pops out to you that shows up. But this is looking kind of good because sometimes these sales, sometimes they put stuff on sale that you're like, I don't really need this. And speaking of, when it comes to any kind of sale, we are being smart people. We are only buying things that we actually use or that we're looking to try, because it makes 0 sense to buy something at 50% off that you're not going to use, because then you will lose 100% of your money. So let me go up in these comments. You can order online. You want serum. So S. Kemple said that she wants serum. Let's see if we can find a serum for S. Kemple. Let's see. Well, I just saw the Sunny Riley CEO. Oh, that's a face oil. It's not really a serum. Let's see. Well, the Advanced Night Repair is a serum that I've tried. I'm trying to look through this to see what I've actually personally tried from here. And there are a few. Like, I've tried this Foreo. I haven't really used a skin tool to cleanse my face in a while, but I did like that one when I did. Oh, here's a serum that I've tried and I like, the Peter Thomas Roth water drenched. Will it let me? There we go. The Peter Thomas Roth water drenched hyaluronic cloud serum. Very long name. I've got Invisalign in, so like if I'm lisping, my bad, y'all. This is a good one. I actually really like this line from Peter Thomas Roth. Very hydrating. But if you already have a hydrating serum in your routine that you love, like obviously, you don't need to go in and get that. But the deals are dealing. I got my Rakuten up there. The deals are dealing. Let's see what you guys are saying. You did the most for my skin in 2022. Oh, thank you. Hey, boo. How you doing? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Jay Holloway, my homie, Jay Holloway. I love you, man. You my homie. He said the water drench line is nice. They have some amazing stuff. There's a moisturizer that I love. They have an SPF moisturizer. They have a body lotion or cream or something like that. I haven't tried that yet, but somebody told me that they really like it. Also, I need my Elemis cleansing balm. The Elemis cleansing balm, it is pricey, but that joint is nice. I just saw it too. Where'd it go? Wait, there it is. So the Elemis cleansing balm, it'll be $33, where the regular price is $66. There are cleansing balms. Like I think I saw the Clinique. Did I see the Clinique balm here? I saw something from Clinique, maybe not the Clinique cleansing balm, but the Clinique cleansing balm might be less or maybe the same price as the Elemis when the Elemis is 50% off. The Clinique cleansing balm is nice too if you're looking for something that's a cheaper alternative. Yeah, I saw this from Clinique. I didn't see the cleansing balm, the clarifying lotion, which I have not used in years. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. All right, I don't have a hydrating serum. Is that greasy? Actually, so I have oily skin and I like to layer hydration. So I recently, and not even just because it's wintertime, I've done this in the summertime because the summertime it can get a little drying as well, especially with like the air conditioning and whatnot. But for me, if you use a good hydrating serum, I can't even say if you use a good hydrating serum. Hydrating serums aren't meant to be greasy because they're meant to absorb into the skin. So what I do is I put that on while my skin is a little bit damp, and then I put my moisturizer on, or sometimes I'll use an essence like the, I have it here because we're going to talk about it a little bit later on, the SK2 PITERA essence. While my skin is a little bit damp, I'll put that on. Sometimes I'll follow up with the Advanced Night Repair, and then my moisturizer and the Advanced Night Repair you can use during the daytime as well. Let's see. Let's see what else you guys are in here. This is so fun. I just got to remember to keep looking at the camera here. I hope my lighting is good. I hope I'm in focus. I figured let me just get through the talking and all that other stuff and interacting, and we'll figure out the technical stuff later on. Empress said, I love the Estee Lauder Night Repair Mask. Again, I blame Danielle. Now, see, you got to blame yourself because I told y'all that mask wasn't worth. Well, not that it wasn't worth. That I said that you probably didn't need to buy that mask and you went and bought it anyway. That's on you, boo. I love you, though. And then she corrected her typos. I wish we had an Ulta here in South Africa. What stores do you guys have in South Africa? Let me know. All right, so another thing, we're going to move on from the Ulta sale, but continue to let me know what you're thinking about buying. But I wanted to quickly show you this video about retinol that I saw on Dr. Dre's Instagram, not the rapper, the dermatologist that's online. So let's take a look at that right here. One day I'm gonna be real quick with this. All right. So we're going to share this. Volume is on. Boom.
Having multiple retinol products doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You only need one. Using multiple just increases the risk of irritation, doesn't get you anything better. Retinols, they differ a lot in the formulation overall, so you can get some butting of the heads, if you will, and a lot of irritation. Just stick to one. Stick to one, stay consistent, make peace with the journey.
All right, so do you guys use more than one retinol in your skincare routine? Now, I have graduated to prescription strength tretinoin. And with that, especially when you're first starting it out, you have to be super careful or you can burn off your skin, and you don't want to burn off your skin, right? And as a matter of fact, sometimes the irritation doesn't end there because I'll explain a little bit later on in the live, but recently my skin has become a little sensitized with weather, travel, and my tretinoin, which I've been using for 2 to maybe even 3 years, is it started to irritate me a little bit because the skin is like ouch. And I did a video on my Instagram showing different facial moisturizers for winter, and I tried them. I filmed the demos of them back to back. So I tried 7 moisturizers, washing my face in between each one, and all of that rubbing and washing. Normally I wouldn't do that, but as a content creator, you got to get the content out. What I'm gonna do, try a different moisturizer each day, and then the lighting be all messed up and whatnot. But normally I'd be able to do something like that. But I think because of travel and everything and the winter and whatnot, my skin was a little sensitized. Thank you, Goo Goo. I love that. I love that. So is anybody here? He said he barely uses the one he has now. I feel you. So now we're gonna move on. All right, so some skincare videos of the week. Now my eyes tearing, and it's not because I'm crying. I need to do an expose. You guys let me know. Why the hell do our eyes tear and our noses run, when you put your makeup on? Now, I have allergies, right? So sometimes my eyes tear and my nose runs when I ain't got no makeup on. But we're going to do an expose on that. Anyway, so now in skincare videos of the week. And you know what? I just thought of something. In future iterations of this live, I would love for graphics to go right on the screen. That'd be really cool. But I don't know how to do that. So, we're gonna wait. So anyway, I came across a video where this cosmetic chemist, it was on the Allure channel. Top-notch content, by the way, but he guessed the prices of foundations. So he did a blind test. They were in packaging that was just regular run-of-the-mill packaging. No branding or anything was on it. And he tried out these foundations, and he tried out a blurring foundation. He tried out some powder foundations, a liquid foundation, and he tried to guess the price based on his, experience as a cosmetic chemist. And of course, a lot of them he guessed correctly. But there was one part of the video that I'm going to play for you guys now um, that that I want you to check out because I thought that was like really interesting. So let's see. Oh, you guys, okay. Let me see what you guys are saying about the all right. Before we move on, nope, just one retinol for me from Stephanie. Okay. And Hydera, what's up, girl? So she says she swaps her Tret and retinol products so her skin doesn't get sensitive, but never in the same routine. Very smart. Okay. So let me show you guys this clip. All right. And hopefully it doesn't get like a, what do you call it? Like a, you know what I'm trying to say, the copyright strike. But I'm just, I'm just showing y'all. Y'all can watch the whole video. I'll put it in the description box.
So now it's time for me to guess which one is more expensive. There are a lot of things that go into determining a foundation's price tag, from packaging to marketing to general branding, but I can't see any of that information. I can only go off of the quality. I believe foundation B is the higher end or more expensive of the two because it had more even coverage. It did not set too quickly or gather in fine lines. It still had a natural skin-like tone to it. It wasn't orange, it wasn't ashy. It was slightly darker, but that's okay. It just has a more elegant, saggy finish on the skin compared to foundation A. $7.99. And foundation A, $42.
So he was actually wrong in his guess. All of the ones up until now, he was correct, but he was actually wrong here. We're going to let it play.
I do not think foundation A is worth the money given how draggy the application was and the coverage was less than that of foundation B. That being said, foundation B still had the nicer coverage and the nicer texture compared to foundation A. But let's look at the ingredient list to figure out why that might be. So the second ingredient in foundation A is isododecane, which I mentioned earlier as a volatile organic compound that allows the foundation to set. And the more isododecane in a formula, the faster a foundation dries, which could be a good thing, but it can also cause it to cake up and bunch up in your skin before you get enough time to blend it out. So it's an even, non-cakey coverage. Whereas the second ingredient in foundation B is cyclohexasiloxane, which is slightly less volatile than isododecane. Foundation A definitely has a lot more ingredients that should give it a nicer texture, like a couple of polymers that give it cushion. I did not feel that in either of my wrist or jawline test. But it does explain why it's a more expensive formula, at least at face value from the ingredients alone. But in terms of practice, that wasn't the case. I would still pick foundation B over foundation A. It does go to show you that quality and price point aren't always correlated.
Ooh, and that was shade. So this is cosmetic chemist Javon Ford, and I highly recommend watching the full video. They don't show us which brands they are. I think if you're really savvy, like if you like, you know, took a screenshot of the ingredients and then like put them in Google, maybe you'd be able to figure out which foundations he's talking about. But what did you guys think of this video? This little clip. I know you probably maybe you watched it. Oh, thank you. And we can always count on you for content. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. While you guys are mulling on that, I'm gonna kind of go through some of the comments and see if I missed anything. Back on the retinol, Shayla Sullivan says she uses the Olay Retinol Night Cream. I was definitely using that for a long time before I started using tretinoin. And I've heard a couple of dermatologists say that you don't have to start with a less sensitive retinoid, that you can start with something prescription, but when you start with something prescription, you got to be careful. And I have a video on that. But some people just can't tolerate, tretinoin like that. So you may want to use something like the Olay. Now they have two versions. They have the retinol 24. And then they have the retinol 24 max. If you've never tried a retinol before, I would suggest, even though some dermatologists say that you can go, with the tretinoin, I would suggest that you go with the lower percentage, the less, I don't want to say less strong because it's still going to be effective. It's just not, you don't want to go in irritating your skin and trying to like rush things and make your skin irritated, because That's not good because you back at square. Not only you're not even back at square one. You are at -10 because now you have to deal with the irritation. That can take a while to bring your skin barrier back up to par. And then down the line, you're like, okay, now I need to like slowly introduce this into my routine. But there's a video on tretinoin that also is very helpful if you're trying over-the-counter retinol as well. Somebody had asked for retinol recommendations. The Olay one is nice. KIEHLS has one. KIEHLS has two. They have a slow release, and then they have a fast release. I have not tried the fast release, but the slow release is nice. I'm trying to think of other retinols that I've tried, but let's look at Miss Mina says she uses the Sunday Riley retinol. I tried that many years ago, and I can't remember. I remember not really seeing. I was just like, but also many, many years ago, I don't know as much as I know now. So that's Sophia said that HRH Sophia said, nope, I use tretinoin and I use the Inky List for around the eyes. All right. Okay, I guess you guys didn't have really anything to say about the foundation video. So we're gonna move on to some Korean skincare that was hyped up. I saw this video on the internet. It sounded like oh God. Why am I forgetting my homie's name? I'm saying my homie like we really homies. I watch his videos and I feel like, yeah, we homies. What is homeboy's name? Kev on Stage. Okay. So we are going to look at this next video here. And again, I'm so mad because I had all of this queued up in order and then it did not go in order. So we're going to be talking about Korean skincare that is always sold out. And before we watch this clip, let me know if you have any Korean skincare favorites in the comments.
Korean skincare that is always sold out. This is the viral glass skin moisturizer. It's got cherry blossom and niacinamide that instantly brightens up the skin, leaving you absolutely glowing. And this sunstick is so popular for reapplying sunscreen throughout the day, even over makeup. It doesn't leave any white cast or stickiness and is so convenient. These serums are not only effective but also affordable. There's 4 versions to choose from to suit your skin concerns. There's one for soothing, anti-aging, pigmentation, and acne-prone skin, and everything's back in stock. Korean skincare that
All right, so I actually bought a few of these. So I have the INNISFREE moisturizer. I bought that sunscreen stick, but fucking Amazon, man, it didn't get here in time for this live. So it'll show up somewhere down the line, hopefully on the channel. But with this, I actually have a, pull this down. I actually have a demo here of me using the INNISFREE moisturizer. So this is one of my favorite textures in skincare, like a gel cream moisturizer. Only thing is that we are in well, I don't know what's going on outside in New York City because it's supposed to be wintertime, but it's been like 50 degrees some days. The next day it's like 30 something, whatever. But these typically aren't the type of moisturizer I would go for in the wintertime because I feel like I need something a little heavier. I'll play this clip again so that you guys can see. But, you know, it has that really nice gel cream texture. I did notice a little bit of a glass skin kind of look to it, which you can see on my skin when I immediately put it on. But a couple minutes later, I went downstairs to get some packages and it wasn't as apparent. And glass skin, do you guys look for glass skin? Is that something that's important to you? Because to me, I'm like I'm already oily. Now I know there's a difference between glass skin and looking oily, but because my skin is compromised, remember I told you guys that with the weather, traveling, all of these different temperatures. It was like -2 degrees when I was in Georgia. And then we went to like tropical Mexico and then back to Georgia. And it was damn near tropical weather in Georgia. And then I came back to New York and it was hot as hell here. And then it was cold, a mess. And my skin is a little sensitized. My tretinoin has kind of been like stinging my skin. And then I told you guys that I did this video on Instagram where I was showing winter moisturizers. And because I tried 7 of them back to back on demo, like I've tried, you know, obviously I tried the moisturizers over time, but to film the demo so you guys could see what like the texture and everything looks like, I did that back to back. Normally that wouldn't bother my skin, but it did. and that putting the moisturizer on, the friction on my face, washing it off, and then doing another one back to back like that on camera, that joint messed up my skin. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because the glass skin moisturizer highlighted my dry patches and the issues I was having with that. So let me see what you guys are saying about Korean skincare here. We can bring this down so we can bring some comments up. All right, I don't know how to bring that down without messing something up. All right, let's see. Jay Holloway says he only has sheet mask by Tony Moly. I just bought Cosmetic. Excited to try it. Hey, Aisha. Girly Girl said Jin Jung Skin Essence is good. Love Cosmetic. Hydera says, how do I get this? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like, how do I even? I recently dipped my toe in K Beauty. Hopefully you guys can see this because I noticed that this bar is here. And I'm in love, not any of the super popular brands, so I definitely want glass skin because I'm dry. I could definitely see that. Madison said about the glass skin, she's extremely dry, so that look works for me. Aisha wants to know if anybody has tried Pretty Skin. So let Aisha know if you have tried Pretty Skin. Stephanie says that she has combination skin, oily T-zone, so glass skin is not my goal, but having a nice glow when not using makeup at all, I love that. I have to agree. I have oily skin, and I would say that is my sentiment as well. Shayla said, I don't think I would like the glass look. Okay, I love K Beauty skincare. I use a lot, including Beauty of Joseon, serums and toners. Okay, thank you, 1989 Rush. Sophia says, I agree. Let me see if I can get this off the screen. Because y'all ain't being able to see the... Wait, I don't want to remove it from the studio and then it like messes things up. Wait, maybe if I do this. There we go. All right. I agree that there are some products that are cheaper that I find more elegant, such as the Trader Joe's sunscreen versus Super Goop. Okay. Angelique says she has never been disappointed in a Korean sunscreen. I've tried a lot of Korean sunscreens on the channel, and some of the mineral ones were a little like the ones that say tone up, because tone up means that they want to, have. Okay, let's move on. So something else that I wanted to show you guys that I came across on the internet when it came to Korean skincare is this one. Wait, is this is what I just showed you? Okay, here we go. All right, #1 trending sunscreen in Korea.
#1 trending sunscreen in Korea. No, it's not the popular viral Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. Instead, the best-selling sunscreen was this one right here. It was everywhere and best-selling at all of ya. Feels very similar to the Beauty of Joseon sunscreen. It has hyaluronic acid, so it definitely feels more moisturizing. Also has vitamin C. Makes the sunscreen work better to prevent sunspots and freckles. In addition, there's birch juice extract, which has anti-aging and healing properties. Texture feels so similar. It has a watery essence feel. Comes out well and leaves no white cast.
All right, so I actually went and got both of those sunscreens. I have them here. Now, she made a lot of claims with the ingredients and stuff like that, and I will link the ingredients, a link to the ingredients in the description box. Now, I have to say the Beauty of Joseon one was $18. The Birch Lab one, I believe I paid maybe like $25 or so. Honestly, without even looking at an ingredient list, because the ingredients are different, these looked and felt and behaved exactly the same to me. Like I did one side of my face with one side of my face with the other one. That mess looked the same to me. And I got you a demo, so let's look at that. So here we go. Wait, why is this not starting from the beginning? There we go. Okay. So like to me, they're really lightweight. Feels like nothing is on. It has a creamy texture, but it feels watery once you blend it in, which I love. Probably not moisturizing enough for me on its own if it's like a cold winter day, if it's one of these like mild winter days, maybe. But like I've got both on my face, and I literally saw or felt no difference as I wore it out through the day. Like I'm it looked the same. It looked and performed the same to me. So have any of you tried these? So let me know. Um they're both amazing. Like you would have to really like look at the ingredients to decide which one was gonna be the one that's best for you. Um Honestly, I quickly glanced over the ingredients. I didn't really do like a good, like thorough look into it. But I don't know. Let's see what y'all say about it in these here comments. Ooh, not me dropping the whole. I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, let me staple it, but then I was like, let me not staple it because what if I done what if I make too much noise? But I think I'm doing okay. All right, so let's see what you guys have to say here. Gugu says, I'm keen to try that Beauty of Joyson one. Sophia says, I do a super moisturized skin finish at night. During the day, I stack the antioxidants, moisturizer, and SPF. So moist, but not glass. Okay, that was continuing on from the previous conversation. Okay. Aisha said, I heard buying directly from Korea is way cheaper than from like Ulta and Sephora. I would, do I have any experience with that? Probably, sometimes I buy stuff not for like my own personal use, but like for the channel so that, you guys can know what the reviews are and stuff. And to be honest with you, sometimes I don't pay attention to pricing until I'm like actually like put in the notes in the video for my editor to like put the price up on the screen. But that could probably be true. That's probably correct. But when I buy stuff from Korea, sometimes it takes a while. Depends on the product. And again, Angelique said she's never been disappointed in a Korean sunscreen. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Hydera says she buys straight from Korea. So I'm gonna see if maybe Hydera, you can let us know if you find that it's cheaper, how long it takes. I try to get what comes fastest because like I'm on a time crunch. Like I need to get these videos out because I have no attention span. So I will go on Amazon and be like, all right, who's gonna get it to me the fastest? Or I'll go on what's the name of that site? There's a Korean site. I don't know if it's a Korean site, but they have a lot of Korean products. They have a lot of Japanese products and Taiwanese and whatnot. Why can't I think of the name of the site? But anyway, sometimes I'll go in there and I'll do like whatever the overnight or fastest shipping is. But even then, some of the products are just not available for them to send out for like a specific amount of time. Let's see. But you don't sound so convincing. You know what? It was just like, they just felt it looked the same to me. So, yes. I'm currently using the Beauty of Joyson sunscreen. I like it, but I also like the Thank Me Mommy, which is Japanese sunscreen. I think I've tried that. I think I've tried the that one. Wish Trend delivered in like 3 days. It's Korean. Yes Style. Yes Style is the name of the site I usually sometimes order from. Okay, I just ordered Pyongyang. Is that how you say that? Arriving tonight for added hydration, so we'll see what it do. Listen, that added hydration, like when you have oily skin, you think that like hydration is going to be like your worst enemy, but in some cases it can actually help to balance out some of that oiliness. Style Korean always has great deals and ships DHL. Holly. Oh, that's probably another site, but it was Yes Style that I was ordering from and I couldn't remember. Be careful where you buy K Beauty from. Sometimes the shipping takes 25 days or so. Yes, girly girl. That is very very true. All right, so we are going to go to some new products that are coming out. Now, I say new products, but it's just one. And it's this one from Sunday Riley. Now let's go to. All right, we got to stop the screen and then go back into the screen. I'm telling you guys, once I get used to doing these lives, it's gonna be so seamless. Or maybe I could like just have somebody in the background, like, you know, that might mess me up even more though. They might go faster than I can. All right, so we are going to look at these product right here. We're not going to spend a whole bunch of time on this because, like, I mean, honestly, there ain't much to say. But I thought this was really cool. So Sunday Riley teased this over the either just before the holiday break or just after, and it's their Be Nice, which is kind of like a cute because it's like B3 vitamin B3 is niacinamide. But then the B3 kind of looks like it's saying B, you know, like that. That's cute. Be Nice 10% niacinamide serum. Now, this is what she looks like. Now, I personally don't use a separate niacinamide serum in my skincare routine. If you guys do, you know, share your comments, share your thoughts on it in the comments. Share your comments in the comments. But me, myself personally, I don't use a separate niacinamide serum in my routine. Now, if you don't know what niacinamide is or what it does, again, aka vitamin B3, it does a lot of amazing things for the skin. It can help repair the skin's barrier. It's great for dry skin. It's great for oily skin. It's an antioxidant. It can help with pigmentation. There's so many things that niacinamide can do. Now, because niacinamide is so amazing, you're probably going to find it in a lot of skincare products already. I've tried to use separate niacinamide serums in my routine, just not because I felt like I needed it, but because, well, for two reasons. One, I wanted to see, like, you know, sometimes when I hear a lot of things that you guys talk about or things that I see on the internet, I'm like, all right, let me see what's what. And then second, when I learned that niacinamide is also an antioxidant, I was like, okay, it's good to know some alternatives that people can use during the day, because, you know, not everyone can use vitamin C. So I tried that out. I wasn't, you know, it didn't really do much for me, but like I said, some people rave about what niacinamide has done for their skin, especially having a separate niacinamide serum. Let's see what, let's see. Well, I still got an old comment up here. All right, so Vina said her skin doesn't love niacinamide. Now, the thing with niacinamide, it's well tolerated by a lot of people, but then there's some people that, like Venus November said, her skin doesn't tolerate niacinamide. I just gashed my head up a little bit. Empress said, you got this. You were handling all the elements in this live really well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sunny Riley has a new sunscreen. That I didn't know about, but this serum is, how much is this serum? $65. And sometimes I have to admit that sometimes I'll get a little like oblivious to what prices are, because if I'm buying it myself, sometimes I kind of justify some things as like, okay, it's work purposes, right? And then sometimes things get sent to me and I don't know the price until like I look it up, you know? I gotta get out of that though. Okay, and 1989 Rush says, I don't think for me niacinamide is necessary as a standalone product, but I look for it in my other products. I'm with you on that. And Suburban Culture said niacinamide helped with my hormonal acne. So, you know, it's like one thing that I wish, and I'm going to do a skin resolutions video, like an actual edited video and all of that on the channel. It's going to hit the channel on Saturday, God willing. But I love that we can share our different experiences with products, because there's no real black or white when it comes to skincare sometimes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but I like that we're able to kind of discuss that here on this channel. Oh, Summer Friday's new sunscreen. The let me see. Is it this one? Let me see. Will this allow me to? All right, I'm trying this. I had this queued up already. I'm assuming they only have one sunscreen, and if it's this one that you're talking about, I tried this in the last mineral sunscreen video that I just did. So check that out, because I remember. Did I like it? I can't remember if I liked it or not. All right, so let's move on from niacinamide to talk about products that I have been loving lately. And for time's sake, because I swore this live was only going to be 30 minutes long, but I just love talking to y'all. Y'all being all nice in the comments and we're talking and whatnot. But for time's sake, I'm only going to share a few of them. So you guys already know from one of my videos where I talked about products that I am loving right now, a few of these. But I recently tried the Naturium sunscreen. I did get this in PR. This is their Dew Glow Moisturizer SPF 50. And guess what? I got a demo that I can show you. And here we go. So this sunscreen, what did I write in my notes about it? Because sometimes so it has a creamy formula and it leaves a dewy sheen on the skin. And I really like this for like the colder months. This kind of dries down a little bit. Sometimes when I'm filming, I'm like, oh, we hurry to get this real quick. And then sometimes I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to like film like what it looks like after. But it doesn't leave like a complete. All right, let me try to describe this. So it's a shine to the skin, but I almost want to say it's a matte shine, but that makes absolutely no sense. That's an oxymoron. But it's a sheen to the skin that doesn't look greasy, if that makes sense. So as you turn your face, I don't know if you could see that in this clip here. Maybe not here because the product is still kind of, oh, well, here from this angle. As you turn your face, like certain areas of your skin, as it catches the light, you'll have that kind of look. So again, I have oil. Y'all see what the stuff been doing to my skin. Anyway, I really like this for this time of year. I'm not quite sure what I will think of it when it gets warmer out. So again, I have oily skin. It's sometimes cold here in the winter in New York. I did use this on colder days, and I really liked it on the colder days. So that's that with that. Now I wanted to tell you about a fragrance combo. Now we don't talk fragrance a lot on this channel because I'm not like, I love fragrance, but I have like the same 3 fragrances that I use all the time. So I'm like, what good am I? But because I've been buying a lot of products for like winter skin stuff and like reels and content and all that other stuff, I did come across something that I'm just like, so what I will do after I come out of a warm, not hot shower, see, I'm starting with y'all already, is while my skin is a little damp, I'll put on this KIEHLS Creme de Corps, which is funny because I was calling this Creme de Corpse. And I was calling it Creme de Corpse, knowing fully well that this is in French and that it probably isn't pronounced like that, but I wasn't, but then I went on the KIEHLS website and they said it's Creme de Corps. Anyway, this smells so good. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Let me take this off the screen. There we go. I don't know if y'all can see. Oh, you can't see because the light is blowing it out. Can you see that? Anyway, this is thicker than a Snicker. It smells so good. It has like this milky honey kind of scent, right? So this alone smells really good on the skin. But recently, I asked my friend Melissa, aka My Haitian House, who has a page called Sassy Perfume Talk on Instagram, and then she's gonna have a YouTube channel. A while back, I was like, girl, I need a perfume that smells like hot chocolate. She was like, yo, get the MONTALE Chocolate Greedy, which I did. This smells absolutely delicious. It's like chocolate with hot chocolate with marshmallow kind of smell, but I will layer it with the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. Oh my God. So that combo is like, she has a video on her page, my friend Melissa, on her Sassy Perfume Talk page on Instagram that says perfumes that'll get you slurped. If you know what I mean. And I think you do. So that was one of them. And another thing that I have been enjoying lately, this Aquaphor, and I am very rarely someone to hype something up and be like, oh my God, well, maybe back in the day when I was like really excited about like makeup products, probably. But like with skincare, so many things do the same things. It's kind of hard to be like, until we get more of these kind of, and I think this is a little bit different from, say, like some of the moisturizer sprays because this has petrolatum in it. Well, let me get to talking. Yeah, it does have petrolatum in it. So I use this after a shower in the wintertime, right? because I put my lotion on, slather my lotion on, but sometimes you just can't get the box, right? So this I just spray wherever I can't reach, because in the wintertime sometimes you lotion up, then it gets to be about 11:30, 12, you're about to go to lunch, and your back start itching, and it's because all of the water done evaporated from back there, and you ain't put no lotion there, right? So this is probably like, matter of fact, let me show y'all my little Instagram thing in case you missed it. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, so obviously you can see that I have no sense, right? But anyway, that's basically how this works. And I wanted to also, let me make sure I got all my notes in here, because I ain't want to leave nothing out. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at these comments here. See what y'all. I'm about to say a little thick, like, yeah, Coco, that thing is thicker than a snicker. They also have a lotion to this. I can't remember if I've tried it. I've worked with not Clinique, KIEHLS before, and they gave me a buttload of products, and I can't remember if I've tried the lotion, but this I actually bought myself. And the thing is, with this, I normally don't buy scented body products during the wintertime. I usually do fragrance free because I just get so itchy sometimes, and I don't want to take any chances with the fragrance, but I've been really good with this one. And I also don't spend as much because this is $40. I usually buy like Aquaphor, Vanacream, Jergens, like the drugstore stuff that doesn't cost as much, but they had a sale, so I got 2 more tubs of that for $30 as opposed to the $40. But not slurped. And then Google said, oh, the Instagram name is, can I put a sassy perfume talk? Let's see if that comes up in the comments. Okay, I don't know where that went. Okay, and then Kareen said, Aquaphor is the goat, so good. Girl, you're so trini. My back be wild itchy. Yes, and I'm telling you, it's because we can't reach back there, you know? Let's see. I slept in this AM, so here doing my AM. Oh, while watching this, I love it. Oh, thank you so much. That song matches perfectly. Aisha said the KIEHLS lotion is great also, so that's good to know. So now I have you tried both? Do you know if they both smell the same? Because I'm like, this might be a little too thick in the warmer months, so I would love for that to smell the same. Oh, she said she finds it at Nordstrom Rack. Yes, Nordstrom Rack is the plug there. Okay, so Nicola says, how do we feel about hyaluronic acid when I combine it with collagen? Is definitely a game changer. I use a liquid form and take them as a liquid shot in the AM. You use the liquid form of collagen, or is there a liquid form of hyaluronic acid that you can ingest? I know you can ingest collagen. Okay, Aisha said they're similar. They smell similar to me. Perfect. All right, so the other thing I wanted to say, and then to kind of like end out this live, is I wound up re-upping. Now, if you know the price of skincare products, like I done went a little crazy, but I like these products. I've been using them both throughout. Was it only 2022 or maybe 2021, 22? I don't know, a year or two. I don't know. Definitely at least more than six to 9 months or whatever. But I ran out of what the brand had sent me for some campaigns, so I went and bought it. And to me, it made 0 sense to keep buying the smaller bottles because after a while, it just didn't make any sense. So I bought these big bottles, and I talked about this in my products that actually shocked me video, which I'm going to leave here for you guys to watch next. Thank you guys so much for joining in on this live. This is not the end. We will do more of these. Hopefully, with the technology and the presentations and stuff like that, we'll get a little better. We'll tighten it up a little bit. But thank you so much. Enjoy your Sunday. I love you guys so much. You make me so happy to come out here because I thought I was going to be here, just talking to myself. So love y'all. All right, y'all. Love you. Bye.